if you even see any of these signs or a number of these signs, but you want to stay together, because that's what we're all about. Like, we're committed to the commitment of staying together, not to the detriment of ourselves, because that's very different. It's not detrimental for us to stay together. It actually would be more detrimental to not be together. And so we work really hard to stay together. Go ahead.
You know what a good indicator of that one is?
What?
When you talk about the future, does it bring tension? Does it feel like y'all are going to be on the same page in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15 years? Or does it feel like y'all are shooting for two totally different type of lives?
That's true. But again, are you even talking about the
That's what I said. And again, are you, or are you, because again, I would say, yeah, are you scared to talk about it? I think some people have relationships that they're good for now, and they know they're good for now. They're scared to talk about the future. Trapped.
So talk about the future. Let it start sitting down with your partner and say, okay, I'd like to plan out the next couple of years. Relationships are going to change and evolve.
Yeah.
And I think you have to be open.
Well,
that's going back to our relationship contract, right? We understand that the relationship changes and evolves because they're different things, and we have to renegotiate. My father died through a monkey wrench into our.
Well, it did, because, and I'm just going to be accountable for myself for a while, for real. It's like, and I'm just kind of having the realization now, is because I was thinking Chris Rock, tambourine. You got to be able to play the tambourine. Somebody's a lead singer, but it's always a guy back in, ping, and without that ping, the whole song is not the same song. But like, I played the tambourine when we went to bury a dad. And I understood that was the mission, the assignment. I was absolutely all into it, had no problem with it. But when we came back home, I just assumed back up front, like a lead singer again, that's over. And I didn't really realize, no, I needed to play the tambourine for a while, even when we got back home. And I think that heavily contributed to some of the things that you were feeling and experiencing, because you kind of got thrust back into your role, which was support, run the house,
and that was not my normal anymore.
Yeah, and you couldn't just go back to normal, right? So, yeah, you really needed the opportunity to just be a woman of leisure, I guess. But you can't do that. You should have been forced to just lay down, chill. You can't do nothing.
Because something had changed. So the
relationship
relationship dynamic
made me feel like
yeah.
you dealt with this.
Yeah.
I'm not even really entertaining certain things. But yeah, we just went back to normal, you know what I'm saying?
And my life wasn't normal anymore.
And to me it was like, my playing the tambourine was giving you space. And then like, he's pulling away from me, and I need him more than ever now. And all of that is going on, bro. And it just really kind of dawned on me. It's like, yeah, like I kind of failed at playing the tambourine a bit, because it just, things change sometimes.
Well, you gotta understand, right? I lost the first love of my life, and he didn't even get to know the last love of my life, right?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't get to see us get married, and he doesn't get to give me away, and he doesn't get to do, and then plans I had, to honor him during our funeral got kiboshed because I didn't get his ashes. And like, there were so many things, and honestly, like, I didn't communicate it well because I don't grieve well. Like, I deal. Like, even my consulting job, when I showed back up to a meeting, they're like, "What are you here?" I'm like,
I gotta be here.
Life goes on. Like, and it's not in an insensitive way. It was just kind of like, I don't know how to just be. And I think I just need to figure out in 2023, my father hasn't even gone for 4 months, how to just be still.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You're the opposite extreme. And then there's some people that they grieving for 12 years.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. Your mama died 12 years ago, bro. Like,
you gotta get up and move. And so I just do it's time, like, when we got off the plane and I was in a meeting.
It's never the saying, no one is being insensitive and saying, like, it's not, that's the thing, death brings finality. Whatever that relationship was like is over now. That's where it was left.
And it fundamentally changes.
And I don't know why that doesn't motivate us to have better relationships, knowing that death is final. But we leave relationships bad for years, just knowing that those relationships matter to us.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that was important when my sister talked about the importance, because my dad was such a relationship.
Your sister is really that person.
Yeah, my dad is such a relationship. He had great relationships. Like, people just love my dad. Like, people sending me messages just about how great my dad was. He was such a good man in that way, and it made me really stop and think about, like, you know what I'm saying, just relationships as a whole and being better in relationships and what
The
that
more
meant.
relationships you have, and the more you have to tend, and it's like, and we all can do better at